Hello everyone, it's Bluff5 here, and I lack elbow room in this current position. There we go. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm in my Martian test world. Now, I've had this idea for a very long time, even before I had Ticket, before I had any mods. I think it was about 1.8, beta 1.8, when I came up with this idea. To do a Mars mission map. I know it has been done before by Aaron. And yeah, originally, yeah, it was just basically copying him. But now I think it's not really, because that was a vanilla map. This is an FTB Mars mission. And this is not the map right here. This is not the map at all. This is actually just me. In fact, it's laggy because I'm recording, so I'm going to turn down the render distance. Yeah, I'm just testing some concepts. Although I thought I might give you a wee little tour, maybe. Okay. So, yeah, I'll give you a quick tour of what's going on. Alright, just like in Aaron, the creator of the original Mars mission, there are bots. Alright, purple bots, except there are a lot more in this. Okay, purple bots are the engineers. They've got Omni wrenches for arms and toolboxes on their backs. Also, all the robots' CPUs are these blinking eyes in the middle. Alright. The green bots are scientists. The blue bots are the explorers. Red bots' CPUs don't blink because they're not really sentient, and they just do work. This one's a pump. They're basically just cores that are plugged into machines to run them. Although they're different from the orange cores, they do different things. The white bots were designed to go around in space, attend to satellites, but they were discontinued. This one is Elaram, which is... Oh, yeah, all the robots are named after members of the Minecraft community. This one is Elaram, and you grab her CPU out of her eventually. And, yeah, she helps you move along. She was discontinued. The only reason she survived is in the storage warehouse, they positioned her under the light, so her solar panel still worked. Okay. The black ones are corrupt. Yeah, that's a Portal quote. Okay, arm on head. That's what all the shut down white ones look like. The orange ones are plugged into big machines to keep them running. Those ones are sort of out in the field, so they'll do mining and stuff. But the orange ones are just static. They're plugged into buildings. Well, those ones can't move, but they've been like positioned to do things out in the Martian surface. These ones are inside buildings doing stuff. So yeah, this one is plugged into a DNA sequencing machine. Okay. And the second to last one. Right, by the way, this is what... Oh, no. First, these ones are human interface robots. They will interface with you, tell you to eat and all that stuff. Right, these are what the supply pods look like. And these are the pilots. The yellow... Leave me in, please. Alright, yellow ones are the pilots. They cannot move. They're just plugged into the ships and they fly them. And there's some fuel in there. That's not actually fuel, it's like a it's a Greg Tech product, I think. Wait, I actually had a satellite building in here. I used Steve's carts with fancy looking solar panels as satellites. No. Okay. There was something there, but I blew it up. Okay, this is the main robot. This is like the controller. It's sort of the GLaDOS of Mars mission. Except it's not called GLaDOS. It's called Linda, which stands for Linux Nano Drive Android. So, yeah. She's got 7 CPUs. She's got 6 normal ones, and that's her Linda CPU there. She's got some PCBs, some grills. And then, just like GLaDOS, she's got cores plugged into her. And I'll fly up so you can see that, and a couple of chips and stuff. This is her Curiosity one that keeps her curious. And that's her emotion one that simulates her emotions. Because, you know, robots don't have emotions. And she turns evil and tries to kill you. Eventually. And I'm not going to spoil how you defeat her. Also, yeah. The reason I went with an electrical engine on these ones is because A, they can be solar powered, B, they don't explode when they overheat. Although this one overheats all the time. They overheat, but they just cool themselves down when they overheat. So, yeah. Anyway, what I am building here... Oh yeah, and also something I didn't mention is on Mars, the sunlight is too weak to grow coffee plants, so the way they get coffee is with coffee bees, which make coffee. Yeah, we have caffeine queens. And if you have a look in my centrifuge over here, they actually do produce coffee powder from IC2. Yeah. I've always thought there should be a bee that produces mossy propolis, and mossy propolis can be used to turn cobblestone into moss stone. I've always thought that. But it like needs moss stone or mossy stone brick to run. Right, what I'm designing here is that this is a core corrupting machine. For reasons I will not disclose now, you need to corrupt one of the cores. So you insert it in, I'm just mapping this out here. I need a new mineral block. Let's go platinum. Platinum might look cool. I'm just making this up as I go along. I often do that with adventure maps. By the way, Sky Challenge is not, that project is still going. I was about to say it's not been cancelled or anything. That is still going. So, yeah, it's just, the challenge I'm making right now is an IC2 challenge where you have to go diving using those scuba helmets, and it's really, really complicated. So, that's why I haven't made a video on that in ages. And it looks like this is where, my old design of Linda was. And I blew it up to simulate what it would be like when you blow up Linda. I was originally going to call her GLaDOS from Portal as like a Portal 2 kind of thing, but I thought that would be sort of copying, so I decided not to. How am I going to do this? Right, this is just a design for... In fact, I'm going to delete a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory. Not CPU LRM. She's important. I always try to keep those 2 rows of my inventory clean. Also, yeah, the lasers that go into Linda, they are just Buildcraft lasers, and they're just going into assembly tables that have redstone chipsets, and they put the redstone chipsets into these chests here. And to power them, I have a tower of power here with loads of redstone energy cells in it. And this will not run out for your entire map. No matter how long, if you play the map for, oh no, basically, I'm going to add more as well, but it is not possible for you to play the map long enough for them to run out. Well, it is possible, but you get so unbelievably bored that you'd quit. If you even tried. And how am I going to do this? I need like a cover. In fact, no, I don't. Wait, this is an interesting... Oh, no, that... I want a information panel and a gold chest. So this is probably... I'll be doing these little updates for concepts that might be coming up in the Mars mission map. This uses... Now, the mods this uses... It uses the Mindcrack pack, so you can't open these... No, you can't when there's stuff on top of them. But can you open them when there is a information panel on top of them? No, you still can't. Okay, this could be interesting then. I have an idea, though. So we can see inside the machine. I don't think there's any way to help that. Actually, there is. Oh yeah, there is. When I put the filter there, it will block it up. So okay, I can just, yep. So yep, that filter looks ugly. In fact, if I used a retriever, it would actually blend in with the colors a little bit more. Can retrievers pull directly from an inventory? I hope so. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Also, the way I do signs, I thought wooden signs looked a little budget. So what I use is I use text cards. Text cards are basically, you put them in industrial information panel, and you write something up here. Input with a lowercase n. Alright, and then, yep. And when you pull the lever to turn it on, which I don't have one of, but I can get one easily from somewhere. There's one. By the way I do that is I highlight something, and to get it, you press the middle mouse button to do that. I think I might have said that before. CPU input. So yeah, they look a lot better than wooden signs, because this is a very technologish sort of map. I don't even think that's a real word. Oh well, who cares? Also, I need to make these gigantic machines look really, really technology-y. So, if you guys have suggestions, feel free to post them by all means. Also, I can't decide on a colour to make lamps. Wait, actually, if I go fixture, I'm using fixtures instead of lamps. I'll make them white, actually, because these are the ports for... Have you noticed ribbon cable comes out of the robots and goes into these to allow them to control parts of buildings and things. So it's sort of like an extension of a robot, but I think that's fine there. Also, I like putting liquid in my machines because, you know, lots of machines use liquid, so didn't want it there. What I do for that is I get cells. And I find one that's an interesting color. Now, you have to have Greg Tech for this. Oh yeah, what I was saying is I want an orange one. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you have to use Minecraft Pack, but you have to actually add some mods for this. You have to add Reliquary. You have to add... Oh, there were 3 mods you have to add. You have to have Reliquary, Mistcraft, and Thormic Bees. Those are the 3 mods you have to add manually. And the versions you need to have for it is, at the time of this recording, is actually quite simple. All you do is the same version that the Direwolf 20 pack is using. All you need to do is go into the source files for the Direwolf 20 pack, take the mod, and copy it into the Minecraft one. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to do that. I mean, it's free, for a start. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to do that. I can't imagine why you wouldn't be able to do that. So I need more, like, techie blocks. Techie looking blocks. Zycraft blocks look really pretty, but they're not techie enough. I like blocks that move as well. They're cool. It's just, this machine looks red powerish, so maybe some red power. I don't know. And also, when the core goes in, I want stuff to happen. Well, not the core, the CPU. When it goes in to be corrupted, I want stuff to happen. Like maybe smoke could come out and fire and stuff. That would be cool. Also, if anyone in the description knows what a fire jet is, it would be greatly appreciated, because there are these things called fire jets I know they're from Twilight Forest, but they don't seem to do anything. But what I was looking for is a smoking block, because I know what they do. These are actually really awesome, even though they cause a lot of lag. Come on, jump. I'm trying to fly, but when you can't fly when it's too laggy. Because the TPS, you need to press the, but they're green, which is kind of funny. You have to press the space bar twice, and if it's laggy, that lowers the frequency of a double click or a double tap. So, does that sort of make sense? So you have to press it quite slowly to get it to it. It has to, like, resonate with the slowness of the program, if that sort of makes sense. Now I want to get rid of the smoke. Like, I want it to only come on at a certain time. Is there some way to disable this fire jet? I mean, not fire jet, a smoking block. I think it smokes more when it's not covered up, but that's actually quite a cool effect for when the core is being corrupted, because it's sort of being smashed apart. And also I could use a sonotron to make some kind of clanking noise, or I could just use some kind of machine. Wait a minute, yeah, I'll just see if these can be disabled with a redstone signal, because that would be really cool. Apparently not, though. I didn't mean to do that. Now I need to find it again. There it is. Right. I think these are supposed to be like some integrated into the ground in the Twilight Forest somewhere. Can't cover them. Oh, I know a way I could do this. With some kind of deployer system. Might work. I put a smoking block in the deployer system. So like when the core is being corrupted, this happens. That's quite cool. And I want to have sparks flying as well. And then I could... yucky. Have like a block breaker there. That facing the... No, it's not facing the right way. Is that gonna work? Yeah, this system should... Yeah, that should work, actually. So if I get a tube, a pneumatic tube, yep, that should actually work. Wait. That smoke gone. And it went... Yep, that works. Okay, cool. That might be what it looks like internally. And then it spits out the corrupted core. I mean, the corrupted CPU. That... Okay, there's a difference between bots, cores, and CPUs. The core consists of the CPU, this item frame, and the lamp. That's the core. The robot also consists of the arm, the solar panel, and the fence post. So that's what a robot is. The CPU is just the eye. Anyway, a corrupted CPU is this Galgadorian eye here. So it'll turn one of these nice ones into this Galgadorian one. So that's what a corrupted thing looks like. Now, the question still stands, why do they even have a core, well, yeah, a CPU corrupting machine? But, yeah. And as a sort of, a kind of saying goodbye thing, because I can only record for another minute for reasons, I'll tell you what a robot CPU is composed of. Alright, I have named all of these in an anvil. These aren't actually what they're called. Alright, we have CPU casing, a circuit holding structure, a human interface chip for interfacing with humans, a platinum motherboard, you know, a motherboard made of platinum for all the circuitry, a crystalline convex lens, I'll tell you a bit more about that later, a CPU cooling matrix to cool it, an emotion simulator chip to simulate emotions, an interbot information receiver to receive information from other robots via radar or something, an interbot information beamer to send information to other robots, a data processing coil, just to process data, a diamantine balance gear that balances the CPU and stops it from moving around. The concept refining electron tube refines concepts, so if a robot has a concept, this thing will improve the concept. That's just sort of a thing. A modulating semi-fluid cell, you know, it modulates and it's a semi-fluid. A crystal carbon / NAK hard drive. It's basically a diamond hard drive that uses potassium and sodium to cool itself. And then, my personal favorite, the lubricated process catalyst, which is a piece of bacon. I put that in there for Ai-chan. Okay. Yep. Yep, that should work, actually. So it'll, like, put that out for the duration of the corrupting and then take it back in. Also, I wonder how... I want to get sparks flying. How am I going to get sparks flying? Oh yeah, what I was going to say about the crystalline convex lens. The crystalline convex lens. When you find LRM in the cold store, she's completely blind because her crystalline convex lens, which is basically their eyelid, is broken. Completely shattered. So you need to go get her a new one from the bot repair center. Yeah, that's basically what that's for. Okay. Sparks flying. We need to get the sparks flying. What would be cool is if there was the particles that come out of lava. That is what I'm kind of thinking about. Now, how can I get that? What do these fire jets do? They don't shoot fire. We know that. I'll show you. You place them down, and da 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 da, nothing happens. They don't respond to a red zone signal. I was seeing if maybe you walked on them, that would do something. We might test that. Self-survival mode. Maybe you have to have a smoking block on them or something, or under them. That might be the case. Let's just test that. Nope. And what about the other way around? Fire jet. No block. It reminds me in The Princess Bride, movie called The Princess Bride, there's a swamp where fire comes shooting out of the ground. That's actually a really awesome movie. It sounds really, garbagey and lovey-dovey, but it's actually really, really funny. It's sort of like a less rude version of Monty Python. Anyway, I actually have to go, so I guess I'll stop the recording here. Though, can I have deuterium? Oh, it's a gas. I don't like what Greg Tech does with gases. In fact, I don't really like Greg Tech full stop, but it's kind of useful. Anyway, I'm going to cut the recording here. See you guys.